What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul and this is the Leeds Therapy. I really hope you're doing well, and as ever, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, if you could hit the subscribe button for me, if you could like the video for me also as well, share the video. Any comments that you want to make, please feel free, leave them in the comment section down below. And yeah, as ever, thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a short video. And I always said that I would leave kind of like the news and doing all of that kind of stuff to other people. But now that there's a bit more out there, it seems like I can speak on it a little bit more and have a bit more of a sort of a conversation about it. Now, it would appear that the club have turned down a £23 million bid from Everton for Willie Gnonto. It's said at the moment, I think Sean Dyche has said, not said as such, but it's been proven as much that Gnonto is probably a keen target for them moving forwards, and that is, you know, something that they are really keen to try and get done. But what it appears is that just out of hand, we've basically turned around and said no. Now, you do kind of have to say that this information is along the lines of something that happened, I think, at the start of the transfer window. So I think what's happened here is that the club have thrown some of the local journalists a bone with regards to information, stuff that we've done and stuff that we haven't done. So your Nancy's and your Grahams of this year and Joe Donahue and stuff and things like that, they've all kind of been thrown a little bit of a bone in terms of information. That's the only reason why I can see them bringing out that information at this moment in time. I still think Gnonto is on the block in terms of players that may leave before the end of the window. However, with that being said, my opinion would be that he has a real opportunity and a chance to be number one and take Cree's mantle, or attempt to take Cree's mantle, I should say. And we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that plays out. Obviously, we've got the first game of the season on Saturday, and you know, who knows what can happen between now and the end of, I think it's the end of August, isn't it, transfer window or whatever it is. But overall, it's not a surprise. I think we're all aware that Everton were interested in him. We're all aware that they've been interested in him for probably about 2 seasons now, so it's no real shock. And I think if anybody was to ask me at the end of the season when we didn't get promoted, the 2 players for me most likely to leave would have been Gnonto and Cree. Obviously, Archie's a little bit different. You just physically can't turn down that type of money that is effectively pure profit on a player. So yeah, there's still a little way to go yet, but we've knocked it back out of hand, absolutely. And the other one is obviously the Norwich City link, where we're heavily linked now with Rowe. We've gone in with an initial bid of 7 million. That's been knocked back. I would say that Norwich probably value him at about 15 million. He is a very good prospect in terms of what he can bring to the table. He had, I want to say 29 goal involvements last season overall, or maybe more than that. It's either 29 or 39, but he had a very good season. He was obviously kept quiet expertly by Archie last season, but Archie kept a lot of people quiet last season, as well as Chelsea's 100 million plus midfield. So yeah, would I like to see somebody like Rowe at Leeds? Of course I would. He's a very good player. He's talented. He's young. He fits the dynamic of what we want to do and how we want to play. It's something that I would quite happily look to see happen. How much gets him? I think if we're probably going for a bid of about 12 million, that potentially could get him, unless Norwich are going to stick to the guns. He's got, what, 1 year left on his contract, I believe, 1 or 2 years left on his contract, so there's not long left on his contract now. But the one thing that I would say, Norwich could stick their heels in with this, because they have, you know, Sarah's just gone to that other club, and I can't. The one thing that I would have difficulty with is seeing Norwich getting rid of Rowe as well. But then again, for them, that would represent, you know, what, £40 million worth of business when you put the 2 of them together, I think, overall. So, again, it's another one we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with it. That's why you always put your phone on silent before you go to make a video. Apologies. So that's why I'm still a bit hesitant on that, but all the right people are reporting about it. So in terms of the trusted people within the media are reporting about it. So, you know, I'm happy to have a more in-depth discussion about it. It'd be nice to get over the line. There's Lubicic as well, which is another one potentially. Again, it's just something that we're going to have to wait and see. I would expect us... I'm trying to think where I sit with it all. I would expect us to see a left back and a left winger coming in. I don't see the Wolves left back coming, because if Wolves really highly rate him, if they're going to let him go out on loan, it's going to be to get minutes, and that's something that he's not going to be promised at Leeds. Firpo is, I think, starting left back for us now. He would appear to have picked up where he left off last season, so let's hope that that maintains. So anybody that comes in to be left back now is going to be coming in at left back with a view to being backup. That's just the way that it is. If we get the left back in for backup now, that means we've got 2 left back, 2 right back, and we've got, you know, a couple of 4 central defenders that we could use. So that would make me a little bit happier with the defence side of stuff. I just want to see a decent, another attacking midfielder and another left winger in as well. And that'll be where we're at. That's going to do it for this one. Real short, quick video. I just wanted to speak on it, give my opinion. For me, we should pay what's needed for Rowe, I think. I know that there's a PSNR that comes along with it as well. And I know a lot of people are feeling finicky because Farke mentioned with regards to restrictive resources or diminished resources or whatever. What Farke was saying in that, again, this is my opinion, so, you know, take it with however you want to see it, but my opinion reading into that, it's not that we haven't got the money to spend, we just need to spend within our means. So the profit and sustainability thing does come into it. So it's not like we can just go out and, you know, Creasol for 25, rising up to 30 plus million pounds. We can't just go and splash 25, 30 million pounds on a player. It's just not going to happen, because from a profit and sustainability point of view, it's just not feasible, especially when you think about it in terms of that the parachute payments then start to go down a little bit lower and everything. So balancing of the books makes it a little bit harder in terms of the profit and sustainability. So again, it isn't that we haven't got the money there. It's that we have to spend within our means in terms of profit and sustainability and the losses that are going to be accrued. That's how I took what Farke was saying anyways. I know a lot of other people took it to mean that we're absolutely skinned, etc., so on and so forth, but I don't see it that way. That's just my opinion. I said that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you haven't done so already, if you could subscribe, like the video for me, and yeah, take care of each other. More importantly, take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you again soon. Cheers.